OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookie on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystems. What's up, guys? We are back from NYC NFT. We are back. Huge time off. That was probably the most time off we've ever had here at Ordinal Revolution. So excited to be back. Me and Yagobi were just talking about it. We just missed doing the show. We missed doing the content, but we got so much to talk about. So much happened in the last 5 days. It's mind blowing. It's absolutely mind blowing. We're supposed to have a Dev on the show, so if he pops in, that's awesome. If not, then we're just gonna roll with it. We have so many interviews lined up for the rest of the day after the live. We're gonna have Jeff on the show this week. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. We're gonna have Merlin Starter on the show this week. We're gonna have Bitmap War on the show this week. We have so much for you guys. We have BTC machines on the show this week. It's going to be amazing. So look out for those videos. They will be recorded videos put out later towards the end of the days. So definitely keep an eye on Ordinal Revolution. We're going to be giving you guys so much content. Guys, we are 10 days away from Runes. 10 days away from Runes. Runes is going to be the most exciting thing to ever happen to any space. It's basically, if you're getting in Runes this early, it's like getting in Ordinals a year ago. Ordinals really took over 2023, and I truly believe that Runes is going to take over 2024. It's going to skyrocket, and there's so many runes that will be tokens eventually, but now are actually Ordinals that are just really taking off. We're going to get into all that. But without further ado, let me just bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
Ooh, what's up?
What's up,
Glad
man?
to be back. Glad to be back. And before we get into anything, make sure you guys smash the likes and subscribe if you're not subscribing, because you want to get those notifications. So
yeah,
man.
So we had a big thing happen for Ordinal Revolution. You weren't here on Friday. I wasn't expecting it to be Friday. So if you look at our thumbnail here, we just hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. How you feeling about that, bro?
Man, I just feel so humbled and thankful to the community. Thank you guys. This is because of you guys, not it's not because of us. I mean, obviously we come every day to work, but without you guys, we'd have nothing to come to. So we just want to thank you guys, and it's definitely humbling to reach that first big milestone, and many more to come, right?
100%. And I said it on Friday, but I'll just repeat it to have it on this one as well. It's just like we did start doing this just for fun, right? And it's grown into so much more than that, to the point where we're walking around New York and we were just like, yo, Shizzy and Yagobi, and we're just not those guys. We're like, hey, what's up? So it was awesome. I'm gonna get into that, but just really appreciate you guys. Every single day you guys watch, and especially the guys who are in here every single day. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get to you guys in a bit, but every single day you guys show up, and we appreciate you guys. But
100%.
enough of that. We got so much to talk about. But any last words on the 10K, and where do you expect us to be in 3 months?
Oh man, it's I don't know. It's a little hard to tell, obviously, with the way that I feel like we grind every day and our community shows up. Because, like I said, without you guys, we wouldn't be nothing. But I don't know. With runes coming up, that's going to be a huge event that we are dedicating the channel to cover, guys. We are going to cover runes for you guys. Make sure that it's constant runes. What's hot, what's not. What we're thinking, at least, and some of the community members and Ordinals, some of the prominent people in Ordinals that have made some great alpha plays. We plan to get them integrated into the show as well. So this is going to be your nonstop shop, one stop nonstop shop. I don't know, I can't talk this morning, but for runes. So with that, shoot, that could expedite our growth. At the end of the day, I feel like I don't really worry about that, because I know that's going to take care of itself as long as we come to work and we bring to the community what they're looking for.
100%. But I'm gonna go ahead and put that out. We're gonna be at 20K by Nashville. 20K by Nashville. That's my goal.
You got to put the numbers to it. Let's go.
I love numbers, man. But
750K.
So I want to ask you, please put this in the comments, guys, if you guys want us to do this. But we're thinking about, for runes, the halving. We're gonna go live like probably like 5 blocks before the halving, and kind of do a 6-hour show, from 5 blocks into the halving all the way to like 6 hours past. Take like a 5-hour break, and then hit you guys with another 6 hours on the halving day. If you guys want us to do that, please put it in the comments. Tell us yes, tell us no, tell us that's a waste of time. Don't do that. Or if you guys are really into it, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Yagobi's thinking about it. We're kind of like throwing ideas at each other, but we think just going absolutely nuts, just going live for an insane amount of time. So that way you guys can kind of sit at your computers, because if you guys haven't took off of work yet, if you guys are working for that, put it in a vacation day, because it's gonna be fun. You're not gonna be able to work anyway. You're gonna be like, what is this token? What is this token? Who's minting this? Where do I mint this at? But we're gonna have all the information for you if we end up going live for those 6 hours, just sitting here at the I'm gonna be here anyway. So why not just put the camera on, right? So if you guys want to do that, please put it in the comments, and so we'll know if it's worth it or not. But yeah, man.
Sure. A reminder to the audience right now, we always do about, I would say, 15-30 minute session at the end called the after hour, to where we get to you guys' questions. So make sure that you put your questions in the chat, and we'll get to the Q&A at the end of the show.
Yeah, man, we got 110 people watching. Please, guys, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. That helps us more than I thought. People keep telling me that we have to push that a little bit more. So if you guys please that like button on Twitter and YouTube, because we are on both right now. But let's kick this thing off, bro.
Let's do it. Let's take a look at the king here. BTC price action. What is next? Well, it looks like BTC has decided to, say, we're gonna go ahead and get this party started, heading into the halving for April, right? You can see yesterday it really started to tick back up. We were hanging around 69K, jumped all the way up to 72.3 here, and it wicked even higher. It looks like there's a little bit of a correction here, but typically whenever you see these leg ups, they come in pairs. So that's what I'm expecting here too as well, right? So a little bit of a correction and another leg up. I don't know if we get to the all-time high, which I believe you said was around 76K, right?
Yeah, I think it's a little under 75 if I'm correct, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then you can see here, we're still in that buy pressure on the MACD. This is the hour chart, the hourly chart. So it looks like it's lightening up though. So makes sense, because we have 3 red candles, hourly red candles here. But who knows how long this goes down into the if we reach these we're going to reach the oversold section, but how long that takes, who knows, right? So I don't know. I think we probably chill here between 70, 74, 75,000 until halving, and then that's really whenever it takes off. How do you feel about BTC and the price action today?
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready for a soar. I think we're gonna fly. I think we're really gonna start flying here. I think we're gonna see 75, then 80, then 85, then 90 within the next 10 days. I truly believe that. I think that it's finally here. And I do see a pullback after halving. I'm not going to say it's all sunshine and rainbows, but that pullback for halving could be exactly what Runes needs to really start blowing people's minds, man. I'm so excited for the next 10 days, guys. Let's get after it. But I truly believe Bitcoin's at 85,000 by halving minimum.
Yeah, I mean, it could, right? Like we have seen in the past cycles to where I think usually like maybe like the end of April it ticks back up heading into May.
Yeah,
So if it follows that same historical trajectory, then in the middle of April is where maybe it could dip again, like right after having, like you said, and then picks back up in the April. Like obviously, this cycle is not following exactly to trend. The previous cycles, last cycle was an anomaly as well with the Black Swan event and COVID. So um, the only thing that we know that is consistent between each cycle is that the halving does propel the price of Bitcoin, right? And
for
so
sure.
that's kind of what we know and what we're excited about, because at that point when Runes is released on that halving block, there's going to be a lot of scrambling happening, with projects and stuff like that. You got projects that are currently, BRC20 tokens that have announced that they're going to, bridge, if you will, over to Runes and do some sort of ratio, to the holders. That's going to be very interesting for one. There's a
Yeah,
couple of those that like I'm bullish about, right? Because we saw in NYC like the craziness of some of these communities, like the pups. We saw that, and then also Zbit has a strong community, and those two tokens, the BRC20 tokens, are doing well right now.
yeah,
And I think it's because like if you look at like the BTC machines with Zbit, that team knows how to set up a node. I
yeah.
mean, they build games for Bitcoin, right? And so they already have the node probably already set up, ready, to deploy their token, and their community is like really amped about it. And then you have other, projects that might not be as ready, but they made it sound like they were ready, right? Through like these runes miners and all these things. How do you view that? Like we haven't really gotten into that. Like, do you think there's a lot of these that are just talking and trying to get hype, and some of them that actually know how to do what they're doing with this and stuff?
I mean, there's a lot of money involved, right? So if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to pay someone to do it for you, right? So a lot of them, they might not be, have the capability of doing things themselves, especially with setting up a node and stuff. But they're paying someone who does. So I'm in that scenario,
But
I just think that.
that might not go well though, right? If they pay someone to do, unless it's someone that like they have gotten referred to by somebody that's in the space. Because like someone could just like,
Well,
pay somebody that says like, well, we know how to do it, and it just doesn't
well,
go smoothly.
you could hit up a mining company, like a smaller one, and be like, "Hey guys, if you guys get me one of the first 20 runes, how much?" I'm sure they're already like, there's already money out for that, So potentially, I mean, that's the thing is like, if you're not paying like these companies, you're not going to get it for top 10 runes. I think the only top 10 runes are going to come from the bigger mining companies. You have to pay them to do it for you on their block.
So you're saying like a team like BTC Machines that wants to deploy Zbit, like they'll get front
Yeah.
ran even though they're running their own node because they're not
I
they don't have they're not going to acquire the entire block. Is that why?
I just think like the first like 10 blocks after the halving are just going to be all like filled up. So if you don't get in one of those, then I don't think you're going to be one of the tops, because the top 10 runes is going to be top 10 runes. So let's just say, and how many can deploy on each block? I guess a ton, right?
I'm sure,
So
they're probably
the
and plus they're
first,
going to try to fit as many as possible because they want as much, earnings as possible as well.
so that first block could have the first 30 runes on it, right? Potentially.
Good.
Like,
Yeah.
so that's one company. So whoever gets that block, obviously they get the epic set. So they're all going to be racing for it already. And then they could just take all this money from all these guys like Leonidas and Zbit and stuff like that, and be like, okay, we'll put you third, we'll put you fourth, we'll put you
Yeah.
fifth. So we don't know who's going to win that block, but we do know that they're probably making deals right now that like Leonidas is probably like, yo, like, come on, just do it for the community. Let's
Yeah,
be
and
number one.
if you're good at networking, then you probably get in, right? I like
Yeah.
we definitely realized that like on this trip,
Yeah.
right? Like
Big time.
network is your net worth. So, if you're in the space and you're trying to figure out like how to break out, just work on your networking because we saw that big time on this trip. But
100%.
going back to that's a exciting conversation because I do think it's going to be people that it's like okay. miners are, there's probably already a company that's working with, CB Spears is well connected in the mining industry,
Yes.
right? He's also
Yep.
well connected. He's good friends with Casey. He's good friends with some of these other people that might be running these projects. And I don't know how important it's going to be like the first 20 though. It might be really important, right? I think it's going to be important just because people want to trade on secondary quick, right? But one thing I'll say is that like the difference between BRC20 versus runes is no one was like expecting BRC20 to come up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And so right now there's been this anticipation for months, and so like we don't know how it's gonna play out. It's gonna be exciting, but we just saw a Dave pop in from Genie Data. We want to get him on the screen because I know he has another appointment. So let's bring a Dave up to the stage. How you doing, sir?
Hey, sorry guys. I was looking for the link and went to the wrong chat. So, but
dude, no worries.
No
right
worries.
on time, bro. Right on time. Perfect timing, actually.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, man. We got 157 people in here. It's a little early, but we wanted to have you on because obviously, Genie Data, there's a big mint event that's coming up with the Feeling Good mint and 10K PFP project. I wanted to first, if you could give us a breakdown what's been going on with Genie Data, and then follow into that mint if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure. Well, GM to everyone that's listening right now, GM. What's going on is Genie Data, we just keep on building and doing special things for the community. We've been on the show in the past when we were launching our Ordinals product, and we made a splash. We made a splash in the space with that product. It's the closest thing to deep bank on Bitcoin to even an Etherscan on Bitcoin. So you get to see all the different addresses, all the different holdings of different addresses in the ecosystem. You get to see where smart money is moving, where whales might be holding a ton of inscriptions to ordinals to anything of that nature. And then as well, you see alpha, all the different alpha through the platform, the alpha minters, the alpha inscribers, however you want to call it. But yeah, you see that all on our platform. And, we're one of the most heavily used platforms right behind Magic Eden, which, makes sense. Magic Eden and OKX in the ordinal space. And I think it's due to the fact that our portfolio is pretty powerful. I know I'm always on it and checking my ordinals net worth from day to day, right? And then as well, like what I got airdrop potentially, or what I have in my inscriptions tab. I'm checking on my profile every day, basically. And as well, like the Discover tab on the Ordinals product we have. So it's now that we did an extra interactive feature, which is the drops tab, it's almost so easy and so much. It kind of makes it fun to be on our to at least have a tab open of Genie Data, right? So we've really made it to the point where it's become ubiquitous in the Bitcoin space to have like a Genie Data tab open up and to utilize the platform. So yeah, oh yeah, cool. You're seeing my my stuff.
Yeah,
so yeah.
Yep, I was just showing
you get to see everything.
Yep, you get to see all this is basically a heat map, right? Of what is kind of being minted in terms of protocol level, correct?
Yeah. It's a heat map of protocols to the media, to different tokens that are being minted, like BRC20s. We even have a highlight of ARC20s now that we're covering ARC20s, and then domain names to even bitmap we have here. So if you really, and you can move it to like the list option instead of the heat map option. You can like see it on a more categorized like basis. Sometimes that's helpful if there's like really a ton of minting or a ton of inscribing or minting happening on a media file to protocol level. I mean, ORC20s, I don't know if you guys remember ORC20s being created in like May and June. That was actually the first index we ever covered, funny enough. And now they've been killing it the last couple of days. So you get to see all those little things that are happening in the marketplace from like in a real time perspective.
Yeah. I wonder what's driving the ORC20s up, because it was at like 6,000 mentors. a second ago.
I
That's
have no
crazy, though.
idea either. Which I think you can like click on it and you can see like why it's happening. I mean, you go here, you can
You have to go to the
see.
heat map. Yeah.
Yeah, you can click on the heat map, and then it'll tell you what's being inscribed within the ORC20.
Minting claim PRC20 params. Okay, so the tick is POI. Yeah, I mean this is interesting. I mean, like you know, people in the fungible space right now, no one's paying attention to ORC20, or at least we thought. But it looks like 6,820 people are paying attention to it. So there's some
crazy.
sneaky alpha on Genie Data, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm actually curious why they're starting to mint when, you know, we saw actually a big drop off in BRC20s in the last couple of months. Just I think to the fact that people are trying to, I think people are really excited about ordinal art, like, you know, NFTs or ordinals on Bitcoin. So we've been seeing like collections been doing really good. Obviously, like Runestone and some other collections have been just killing it, like Node Monkeys and stuff of that nature. And I think they've been sucking a lot of liquidity out of BRC20s. And but yeah, like I mean, still pretty good, to be honest. Like 24-hour volume, 9.5 million in BRC20. That's a pretty good average for what we used to see back when in October, November, when BRC20s were on fire, you know. So it's still like relatively good, to be honest. But you know, man, overall.
I absolutely love Genie Data, man. I use it like at least 9 times a day. Big fan of it. But I think people are really kind of pushing, like right now everything's kind of going down, BRC20s and all that stuff. But I think this because Runes is coming, right? I'm getting very liquid myself. I'm ready. I'm gonna be minting everything. Etching. Sorry, I'm gonna be etching everything. I can't wait for it. What's your plan? Like your guys' plans for Runes? Will you be having like minting or etching on Genie Data?
We don't want to give too much alpha on what we try to do with Runes, but I will say that, you know, like we like to provide data and, you know, a lot of things for
indexing and stuff.
For high-end protocols, for things that are very popular. And I think we all know that Runes will be popular right out the gate. So you know, and it has like an amazing dev behind it, amazing team behind it. It's transparent. We all know who it is. We has amazing backend as far as, you know, major influencers in the space that give a lot of influence to what will happen with Runes. So you guys can only imagine what we're going to be providing for that space. We just don't want to disclose anything yet prior to that.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, there's going to be I feel like a lot of players in Runes, to be honest, and not everyone's disclosing it. We obviously know Magic Eden is going to be fully immersed within that space. They already made that announcement, but there's going to be other big players too.
I think OKX has already said that they're going to be doing it as well. So
Unisat too. Unisat announced it. So everybody is announcing. My one question is that when Genie Data Runes token. No, I'm just kidding. I know you can't answer that one. But let's get a little bit into this Feeling Good collection, right? This is something that I felt like, you know, I started hearing about it a couple weeks ago. I think the art's pretty cool. It's like, you know, a cool, fun feel to it, right? When did this idea come up and like how did this come about?
Yeah, I want to say, honestly, when I first joined the team about 15 months ago, we wanted to do an NFT from that time frame. We just didn't know how to do it and what we were going to do exactly. But from that point, really, like we wanted to do an NFT. But we started first with our OG pass. We wanted to first kind of really build a solid basis and solid infrastructure for a community, and really cultivate like strong community members and reward them for being early, reward them for having faith in us and trusting us from an early time frame, and as well rewarding early users of Ordinals, like people that were early users and were inscribing on BRC20 or inscribing you know, just regular inscriptions or just inscribing, you know, art on Bitcoin. We wanted to reward them, and we did that by airdropping a Genesis pass to them, and we airdropped 400 or 350, and then 50 were up for public sale. And basically a couple months after that, we decided we wanted to do a 10K collection. We kept it under wraps. We didn't talk about it, but within the team internally, we were talking about it, figuring out what we want to do for the art. We went from anywhere from making a wizard to a genie to a jaguar to, we were like discussing all the different art we could do until we kind of came across a dinosaur-esque skeleton. So it's like a cartoonish dinosaur that we decided to have created, and we have internal artists and team graphic designers that came up with all this. And yeah, it was about 3 months ago, 3 to 4 months ago, we really like went, I would say December rather. So about 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. And we really like kind of dove deep into it to create the art, to really get that done. And then create the mechanics, the minting mechanics, and what we were going to do as far as how to allocate and distribute the whitelist, how to allocate and distribute the airdrops. And we were deciding if we should charge or not, or if we should it should be free mint, a free inscription. And we came out for it to be free, because I mean, everything we've done in this space has been free so far, like utilizing our platform, utilizing all the alpha tools we offer, utilizing our, everything we offer has been free. So we were like, let's just make our mint also free too for the 10K collection. And yeah, I mean, overall, the artwork is like it's like a twist between a cartoon version of a dinosaur and then like a dinosaur. And we did dinosaurs because everyone that's been in the Bitcoin space, you know how it is, like 1 month equals a year, or 1 month equals 6 months in the space. And if you've been in Bitcoin, you've been in the space for eternity, it feels like, right? For centuries. So we kind of took a page out of that book and was like, here, let's kind of make it, us feel more of like an ancient feel to our artwork and make it fun, like you said. And that's kind of where we came up with the designs and the inspiration behind the designs. And then obviously feeling good. It just feels good to be in the space. And, overall, we just wanted to be happy, positive, uplifting collection. That's why that's why we decided to do a free mint. That's why we decided to do everything for the community rather, and build something really powerful for everyone that wants to be part of it.
Yeah, man, these look phenomenal too. I think you guys did a great job. The art looks great. I'm loving the Cubs uniform and stuff like that. Like that's just it's like the white suit with the white hat. It's phenomenal. So you obviously have the Cubs guy there. Is it different uniforms from all different teams and stuff like that, or it's just all random?
Yeah, it's more randomized. There might be some baseball outfits. We really wanted to like have a mix of West and East, because this is like, we do have a lot of team members from the East, but we do want to be the bridge between the East and West. And we want to be a place where, you can come on you can be in the community feeling good and feeling good and feel that you're part of what's happening in the East, and don't feel too separated from everything. Cause that's one thing that you will feel in this space, is like they're on a completely different wavelength on some aspects of what might happen next. And within Ordinals, we kind of want to bridge that gap, and we're trying to make it as close and as symbiotic as possible within Ordinals for that from the East to West, and want to make it so that's why we have like some Cubs outfits in there, and then we have some like dragons and dragon outfits and stuff of that nature to kind of relate with what's happening with New Year's and all of that. So the Chinese New Year's and all that. So yeah, we're really trying to mix in both.
Awesome.
Yeah. I was actually just talking to Shizzy about that before we jumped on our live stream, was that, Genie Data has done a great job of being that bridge between East and West. And it's from the beginning too, because like, I think it was a great job for their team to find someone like you that obviously can be that liaison for the West. And then at the same time, like they have their reputation in the East, right? And so you're like the communication kind of bridge. And it's become this thing to where like some people don't even know that like Genie Data has like a big presence in China. Like, I had to remind Shizzy, I was like, yeah, they actually have a pretty big presence. And he was like, oh yeah, that's right. But I hope it gets to be that point, like in Ordinals, where we're like, it doesn't matter, East, West, whatever. Obviously, different markets, in different regions. But at the end of the day, everybody's feeling good, no matter what side of the pond you're on.
Feeling good.
No, I love to hear that, man. Sorry, Shizzy, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just saying he just used feeling good. It was like perfect scenario, but God.
No pun intended.
It was a good no pun intended.
No,
No, I mean
how have you guys maintained that?
the comms.
The good balance between East and West.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a great. I'm glad you like took you guys like spoke about on that, because that's something that we really focused on, like from the jump, from the beginning of Genie Data. We really wanted to not have a different. We wanted people to question do they have a presence in the East, or do they have a presence in the West? Like from people in the East, do they have a presence in the West, and then from the people from the West, do they have a presence in the East? Because like I think that's a powerful question to ask. Because then it's probably most likely that they do, like at that point, because you maybe didn't do like the research behind it, and that means we're doing a good job of kind of filling both areas. So I think we that was a strategy from the beginning, is to not really have a difference. It's just we're global, crypto's global. We want to be around 24/7, try to give support 24/7, trying to give communications to the community 24/7, trying to build 24/7, right? Trying to build as far as networking, building as far as communications, and building even as far as obviously products. So I think just being this like never ending engine, that was something that the team saw from the beginning. The team had that vision from the beginning and wanted this like never ending, this network, right? This network that never gets shut down. And I think the only way you can really do something like that without actually being a blockchain network, right, is to have people globally, and then have the right people in place. I definitely recommend people that are in the space. We've spoken with people like teams, larger teams, and we want to get a larger presence in the East. We just don't know who to bring on board. So like there is that gap there for people that can fill it for them, that have a good knowledge in the space, and as well able to communicate well, and to potentially be able to build. I think it's very sought after position for sure. It's important to have.
Awesome.
100%.
Awesome. Well, I know your time is short, so I want to give you this last couple minutes to give any details out to the community and audience about the mint date and time and all that good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So this is basically like one of the last days before the mint to like kind of get your positioning correct as far as addresses and everything of that nature. So if you have spoken with us, or if you've gotten an airdrop application or something of that nature and haven't been added, make sure to message us on Genie Data, as well, like submit any creatives you might have. We love community creatives. We did like that meme contest and rewarded some people. But as far as that goes, do that. Airdrop allocation will be starting on April 9th at 11 p.m. I think UTC. Let me check one more time. And then after that, it's going to be about 4 hours where we start to allocate. So it's 1 a.m. UTC, April 10th. So basically right at the beginning of the April 10th of UTC. So most likely I'm in EDT, Eastern Daylight Time. So I'll be receiving, if I'm on the airdrop list, I'd be receiving it at 9 p.m. At tomorrow. So I'd be receiving it at 9 p.m. tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. And then the whitelist mint is from 3 a.m. to 2 p.m. UTC. So we extended it. It's about an 11-hour time frame. So it's pretty good for people that are in. So if you're in my time zone, you would have basically from 11 p.m. to 10 a.m. And then Pacific would be about 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. So like, there's enough time. We'll obviously remind everyone through Twitter, and then public mint starts right after that. Everything is free. You can check eligibility on our website. We'll have complete eligibility finalized by April 9th. April 9th,
Okay.
basically the end of today. So it's going to be April 8th at 9 p.m. our time, my time, and then April 9th, 1 a.m. UTC. So you'll be able to check your eligibility all there. It's a 10K collection. And we'll be listed on Magic Eden and OKX. All of them will have everything as far as there will be obviously more rare, feeling good PFPs than others, but overall it's all going to be pretty unique as well. So, and it is a recursive collection, and we'll do some unique things for that, and then also we'll have some unique things for holders. Obviously, we don't like to give too much information, like I was saying before. Even like we didn't announce this collection till 2.5 weeks ago, but we were building it for almost 4 months, and that's just kind of how we do things. We like to kind of build in the background, and then we like kind of show the world. So yeah, I think overall, keep all those in mind. We'll have one of the most important things for us is building a community within this 10K collection. And the way you do that is by continuously providing value and providing endless development. So just keep that in mind when you hold your feeling good PFPs. So
yeah, man. I have two quick questions real quick. I know you're short for time, but
You're good.
will there be a reveal? Like, are they going to be unrevealed and then revealed?
No, they're going to be revealed right away. So we're not going to be doing like what Ink did or what other collections do. Once you basically get it, it should be revealed right away. So yeah.
Awesome. And we did have a question from our one of our guests here. I mean, one of our people watching. How to be? So what are the eligibility things, and how many are going to be for public mint?
Yeah, it's an estimate. So there'll be around airdrop allocations have been hit. It's around, to be eligible, you need a Genie Data Genesis pass. That's one way to be eligible. You'll get 2 airdrop to you. So just like having a runestone, it's almost like having an infinite glitch of money. Runestone is killing it. So what they've done and what Leonatus has done is awesome. It's good to see that for the space. But yeah, it's basically hold that. You can get two airdrops. If you're a data analyst, you on data analyst, we're rewarding data analysts. You also get an airdrop. And then we spoke with some communities, community like you guys, the Ordinal Revolution. We gave some airdrops to you guys. So we gave airdrops out that way. I think that's around it came out to around maybe 2,000, something like that. Don't know how the exact number. And whitelist, we allocated, you can do the numbers on the raffle, but we allocated probably around 4,000 to 6,000 there. So we'll have about 2,000, estimated about 2,000 left for public. So that gives everyone enough of a chance, honestly, that didn't get a chance in airdrop allocation or whitelist to pick some up in free mint, to pick some up during the public mint. It will be probably, I don't think it's going to be too expensive. I've heard Wednesday it's pretty good day to mint. I don't think stats per VVIP will be 200 or 300. Hopefully they're not, but it's not going to be like crazy expensive. Obviously, right now it's 25. There are some other mints happening during that day or other projects launching that day. So maybe it will be high during that time frame, but it's free. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. It's free, so it should be a good opportunity there. All right, last question. I know you got to go. I saw that Genie Data posted a link to verify your address. Is that mandatory, or is that just for us as to just check and make sure we're eligible?
Yeah, good question. No, it's not mandatory. If you have airdrop, you don't need to do anything. Just verify to see if you're on the airdrop eligibility, but you don't need to do anything. For whitelist, I would check just in case, and same with the airdrop. But you guys won't have to do anything for airdrop and whitelist. Same with you guys. You don't have to do anything really. So it's just to check for eligibility.
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
It's been a pleasure as always. Second time on the show. It was amazing. And guys, for you guys that are like, oh, how are these going to do? No one can tell the future, but I'll tell you this: the Genie Data Pass has been one of the longest, like holding a nice floor type of pass. It's been around forever, so I'm bullish on it. I'm bullish on Genie Data, and we appreciate having you on, sir.
Yeah, and one more thing for the past, like we've done, if you guys know, we've done things for people. We've done Merlin staking. We do endless things. We do airdrops. We do whitelist stuff. So like we never leave those communities behind. We only try to bring them up with what we're doing with Genie Data. So same concept we're gonna do with Feeling Good collection community holders. So yeah, but appreciate you guys. This was awesome. Always a good time to be here, hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, man, we got 470 people in here for you, Dave, man.
Let's go.
You came in here and broke some records for us, so thank you, sir. I appreciate you, buddy.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Love to see that. Thank you guys for having me. Cheers. Can't wait to the mint date. And also this, man, the next 2 weeks is going to be insane in Ordinal, so I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll be definitely using Genie Data a lot during our runes coverage. So but
we're gonna go 6 hours doing runes, man. We're just gonna go 6 hours straight, 6 hour live. We're gonna have Genie Data up the whole time, just making sure we get everything. It's gonna be a great time.
When you have a community full of DJs, what can you do, right? What can you do? But,
and if you're free, we're gonna go live like six blocks before having and go for 6 hours. So if you're free and you want to hop in, dude, let us know.
Sure.
Hop in for a half hour, bro.
For sure, would love to come by. Just throw the link over to the DMs, and I'll hop over for sure, man. It'll be a great time.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Sounds good. All right. Take it easy, Adib. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Bye.
See you, man.
Bye.
Well, that was awesome. We had Steve in the building.
What a way to start off our Monday back from NYC with Adib from Genie Data, breaking down the Feeling Good mint. I mean, I'm bullish on it just because Genie Data too.
Anything Genie Data, I don't care what they put out, dude. I'm freaking bullish on it for sure.
Exactly. All right, man. We didn't even get to the roll call.
I know. Sorry, guys. We'll get to it right now, though. So
all right. But maybe strategically, because there's a lot of people up in there.
Yeah, I don't care, but the people matter to me, man.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna shoot it out. So we got John Collector. First is first. Was this John's first time? I don't think this was John's first time, but congratulations, John. You are first today on a Monday. Congratulations, John.
Monday.
You are the true hero, buddy. And then we have Mike's World. He said the first to say first. So so I guess he's the first to say first. So let's go to Mike's World. Tubo in the building. And we have Tubo said he was the first to like. So there's a lot of firsts today.
They just want to win. They want to win somehow. They're just like, I'm a first. I want to win too. We're all gonna win together, guys.
Green Man in the building, another one of our members. If you guys if you guys are not members, join the membership. We're gonna have some member videos out this week with a lot of alpha in them. We were told we got so much alpha over NYC. We'll get that in a second, but a lot of it was like, you guys can't tell nobody. It might slip to our members. I don't know, but we'll find out. I didn't say. We got PDX in the building. We got I Walk Alone, always here. Appreciate you, buddy. Ante Crypto. And we have Joko, Edward Coach, Crypto Noob, Wendy Yam. Thank you, Wendy. Always here. What a great question earlier as well. Bob Witt. Hello, Bob. I think this is Bob's first time. Mr. Sheedy, Francisco Jose, Mr. Sheedy again. AOD Art. Tim was on the show on Wednesday. Thank you so much, Tim.
Shout out, Tim.
Absolutely amazing, buddy. Appreciate you so much. That was such a cool episode. It was great to meet you. And we have hello Teasy. Hello Teasy. Thanks, buddy. I usually get your name wrong. Never mind. But shout out BP Cav Crusader. Bitren's in the building. Shout out Bitren's, man. Always here. Cal L. What's that? Superman, right? Starman. Crusader again. Missed one. We got Sayin in the building.
Let's go.
Breck Road, first time here. He said, I have 20K points on Merlin. What will I get?
We're going to get to that in the question session.
Yeah. We'll get that later. Yep. K Snow my bad. I would start reading. And then we got Cyber Rita. And we have Beck Road. And we ASO. And we have Beck Road again. Mr. Sheedy. Right. Rick G, welcome to the show, buddy. Yo Street. Who else has? Vinny. What's up, bud? Vinny's in the building. And then we have John Winters. Stick BR. Who else? Vac Zone. Lucien. Is that right? Lucien
Rivera.
Lucien. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lucien in the building. Danny said
Lucien.
late, but here. Danny, you're not late. You were right
Let's
on time,
go.
buddy.
Ribbit. Love the Frog PFP. Frog's going up.
I go up. We got Hugh in the building. We got Elias. We got who else? We got Arwin Baxter. Welcome to the show, Arwin. And then we have Dong Woon Kim. Welcome to the show, Dong.
Let's go.
LSR in the building. Let's see. We got Ant-Man. Who else? And then Pepla. Welcome to the show.
Nice.
Redoing my check-in in the spirit NYC. But welcome to the show.
All right, what we got next? Let's just hit that NYCNFT recap.
Okay.
You down for that?
Yeah, man. Where do you want to start? So,
let's start with you, and let's start with what was your overall expectations heading to NYC, and then how was that different if it was?
So my expectations were just like, I had no idea what to expect. It was my first crypto conference. Wasn't really sure what to expect from it. And then what I got was just like the best part of the entire thing was just having conversations with people that you know around the space, right? The guys from the support desk. Shout out J25, shout out Kramer, shout out Eric BRC 20 coins. Those guys are absolutely amazing. That was my favorite part, hanging out with those guys. We shot a little movie with Kramer, which was awesome. Sure. By far my favorite. We went to a lot of clubs and a lot of screaming. We saw Casey in a suit, Casey rocking a suit, dancing in the club. Big God was dancing apparently. It was cool seeing everyone from the space, everyone doxed anyway. A lot of people came up to you and was like, "Hey man, I'm this person," and you're like, "Show me a PFP." Like, this is like, but I don't know. All in all, it was an amazing experience, and I'm looking forward to the next one. But same question to you.
Yeah, I think my expectation heading in, I tried not to have one, but I think you see people in pictures and their experiences from like ETH Denver and other events. So I expected kind of a little bit more like on the business side of things, right? Like the VCs and stuff. But then I slowly like after I rethought about the event types, I realized why it wasn't. But it was like this. Like the first night we went there, we went to the Nolce party, which was literally just this huge club event, right? And it was cool, like art mixed with like club and a lot of EDM style music and stuff like that. But as time went on, the events went on, it got less and less loud, and I thought that was cool because at the end of the day, I want to be able to sit down and talk to people that we know in the space, like you said, chop it up about ordinals, chop it up about Bitcoin ecosystem stuff, and we were able to do that eventually as time went along. But man, one thing I definitely noticed is that 85% of the people that go to these events are there to get down, like party hard. And me, that's somebody that doesn't drink anymore. That was just you're starting at the club. It was probably not my favorite venue to do network and stuff. But as time went on, the Frogs party was cool, and then Key Pub eventually got really cool and stuff like that. So I loved it. I mean, of course, it was amazing meeting my one of my best friends and you and partners in business in person in real life for the first time. And just really realizing that we're both laser focused, like how we act behind the camera, right? And so that was really awesome. And then also just meeting with some miners and stuff like that was really cool. So.
Yeah, for sure. Like meeting you was absolutely amazing. I remember the first time I came off the elevator, you were sitting on the chair, and I was like, "Holy shit!" First, I think we both thought about like, "Holy shit, he's bigger than I thought." Because but as we got from everyone's like, "You guys are giants." We're both. It's crazy. We're both 6'1", around the same weight, so it's pretty funny.
Almost almost the exact same size. Yeah, it's wild.
but yeah, man. And then you're meeting people, and you're like, "Holy crap, he's a lot shorter than I thought." Right? so that was that's when you go to these events and you see people that you don't see, you're either shocked by how tall they are or how small they are. You're never like, "Oh, he's exactly how I thought." It's just, you know what I mean? So it was pretty cool. And now we got to meet French Montana, which was awesome. He was at the Frog party. Ribbit. Shout out Lazy Ninja, threw one hell of a party. Put his heart and soul into that party, man. He had Violetta. He had Paris was there. Everyone was there. It was amazing. Shout out Lazy Ninja and the
Frog
Frog
Toshi.
Party. We met Frog Toshi. That was cool. Meeting him, the legend himself, dude. He's a lot. Yeah, he's awesome. Frog Toshi is amazing.
Super chill guy. Awesome. But yeah, that event was awesome. Shout out to some frogs, Ribbit. Got to connect with Chico Mo.
Oh
and then
yeah.
also Dank
Yep.
as well. They're both viewers of the show and big community members for the frogs and stuff. So yeah, that was cool too, right? Like kind of seeing like the different community members of like collections and stuff, and then chopping up and seeing what their perspectives were on other collections and stuff. Because just because you might be more of a community member of a collection doesn't mean you don't hold other collections, because you obviously do. If you're in the space, you're going to hold other stuff that makes sense, and so that was really cool too.
Yeah, and it was cool too, just like in our normal lives, like talking about crypto and ordinals and Bitcoin is not something we do on a day to day. And it was like 6 days straight of it, right? It was to the point where it was just like you could go to any place you went to. There obviously we went to them before because they were geared towards us, and it was getting there and like people not even knowing that like I have a podcast or anything, just sitting down like, oh, what collection do you guys own and stuff like that. That was an amazing part too. It's just like it made it very normal. You know what I mean? It was kind of like the same. It was like kind of getting asked like, oh, what do you think about the Phillies last night? It was kind of like, hey, what's your favorite ordinal collection? You see the pups are going crazy right now. Like that was an amazing part too.
I was
going
to talk about that community is straight up nuts.
Oh my
God,
they're
I was like, am I gonna get stabbed for just standing here? or like forced, like ask if I have a bag of ketamine or something. It's like it was so wild to see them. Like their energy level was like, dude, like I don't know if you can match them in terms of energy level. And I think there was a Twitter influencer, Ansem, which has like 300,000 followers. He just tweeted about pups, and the BRC20 token went from like $20 to $31 while they were all in the same place, which is not a good idea, because like we were in the same bar with them, and everybody's like rah rah rah. I'm like,
it was nuts.
I think I gotta like get a fresh breath of air real quick.
People are like, I gotta get back to the hotel. I just made 50 grand. And it's like, all right, go ahead, do your thing. And they have people like, we're not going back to the hotel. You're not selling. It was crazy. It was absolutely nuts.
Shout out to the puppets, man. Like seriously, like them reaching that community energy is wild. And I think it's good for ordinals. So
100%. And it was great. The No Monkeys party was very closed off. Not a lot of people were able to get into that one, so we didn't really get to see the No Monkey community too big. I did see the pictures, but there's a bar in New York called the Pub Key. It's a Bitcoin bar. You go in, they have a little Bitcoin ticker. It's green. It's hanging from the ceiling, and it's always going. There's Bitcoin stickers everywhere. That place was absolutely amazing. It was really cool. It looks like your little dive bar, but it's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin only and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, the Node Monks had like specific instructions, which I think that they probably shouldn't have did that, because it would have definitely had more people in there. We didn't even follow them, even though like I had a Node Monk at the time. So it was like, okay. But anyways, all in all, that was cool. As time went on, the event was just like really cool. You got to connect with like Bungie the last night. Unfortunately, I caught a little bug 2 nights before, and so I wasn't able to hang out.
The last night I was hanging with Bunzi, Nakib, and what was that guy's name? I just said his name a little bit. Troy from he does the podcast with BitGod. That was just cool.
I think is the podcast.
Ordinals Are Dead podcast. So that was cool hanging out with those guys, man. And then obviously J25 and Kramer. We walked around. They were like, yo, you ever see Little Italy? And I was like, all right, let's go. And then I was like, what's Little China? And they laughed at me. They're like, no, it's Chinatown. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, New Yorkers. I said the wrong thing. But it was fun. Me and J25 talked a lot of strategy for runes and stuff like that. It was amazing. Amazing last couple of days.
For sure. All right, guys, we're coming up on that hour, so make sure you have your questions in the Q&A chat. And if you're on X, make sure you put the comments in there. Hopefully we get those. But yeah, so we got about 5 minutes left. I want to talk about that last part, that you talked about with the rune strategy. There's some runes tokens that, are already on people's, radar. Like, what are some of these that you see kind of right out the gate? The team is going to be prepared and could be good pickups, or maybe they're not good pickups because they're already being talked about too much.
So the one community that I was shocked to see how big they were was the Tiny Vikings. They had a brunch and then walked in pub key.
Dude, yeah.
It was like 40 deep, dude. It was insane. And these guys and they were some big guys. Like,
Yeah, yeah, they were. I was like, are they actually
they were
from,
all like 6'5". I was
Norway?
like,
Are they
what is
Vikings?
going
They're
what is
actually
going
Vikings.
on here? And like they were, and that was one community that I was shocked. Absolutely shocked. I didn't know that many people were really participating in that. And I was like, I felt bad because I wasn't up to date with I obviously know I was airdropped a bunch of tiny Vikings and like 4 different Vibrant wallets, and I cheated them like an a-hole. I didn't realize how big they were, but now I'm thinking about buying them back, honestly, at a higher price, because that's what you get if you cheat an airdrop and you sell it and then it goes up. You have to buy it back if you're still interested. But yeah, man, tiny Vikings.
I mean, that's a really, really good call, man, because I was shocked as well, you know, and they were handing stickers out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing from Eric BRC20 Coins about them a week before, 2 weeks before, maybe, New York, and he was saying people are sleeping on them. He's hearing like good things about them. So I guess, you know, that's true. Because like their presence was definitely felt there, you know, in that bar. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, but okay, so other than that, like, you know, we know about the, you know, the pups and Zbit, like those two come to mind for me because they're community BRC20 tokens that have been performing well as of late, and both of them have announced that they have plans to, you know, do a runes token, right? And there's going to be allocation for the BRC20 holders. So how, like, are these plays for you, like pups and Zbit, like, or do you feel like that's already like that they already have too many holders and stuff like that? How are you approaching stuff like this?
Yeah, I'm not interested in that stuff. I'm looking for stuff I can pick up, and they're gonna start in, I don't know, 50 million market cap, 80 million market cap, right? So the best, I mean, obviously they can go to $1 billion, but being $1 billion, that's still a 20x, right? I'm looking for things where I can pick up 400K, 700K, you know, 120, like, you know, like maybe 1.5 million, something like that. That's the stuff I want. I want something where $3 million can go in and I can 4x. You know, like that's the game that I want to play. Obviously, I'm gonna get safer as time goes on, when stuff really starts to kind of go in. Maybe I'll get in those for like a quick, you know, not a quick, but like a longer term hold throughout the rest of the bull market. But in the beginning of runes, I want to get risky as possible and kind of cool off risk as I go.
Yeah, but yo, man, I feel like the pups could be a huge like runes meme token just because of that energy, dude. It's like it's such crazy. It follows the meme culture for those crazy meme tokens that have done well in the past, right? So if I could get runes pups at like, I don't know, $50 million market cap, and it goes to like $1 billion, what is that? You're looking at a 20x. Right.
Yeah, I mean, it depends where it's at right now. I think what's pups right now. I think it's over 100 million.
Is it?
I don't know.
Maybe
it has to be.
Well, I think it recovered, or not recovered. It pulled back to like 20 something. But let's just look at the market cap calculator here and see where it was whenever it was at $31, because it's a 21 million supply, I believe. And then it was at 31. So that puts it at, wow.
Yeah, exactly my point.
Oh, wait a second. There's no way that they're 21 million supply. If they are, then God, what the hell's going on with Track? Because I was just like, that was my target for Track. I was like, I'm selling at $30, you know. So let's see. Hold on. What are pups at right now? Or what's their total supply here? Their total supply is, oh no, so they have a much smaller supply. It's 7,770,000. Okay. So that definitely changes it. So yeah, it's still $240 million market cap. I'm not touching it. Well, it's not at $31 right now, though. It's probably at 20. But also, we don't know how the dynamic's going to be with you know, with the runes ratio and stuff like that too. So, but
yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But I mean, what was the market cap? Did you say it was for pups?
Let's see how much they're going for. Let me trade. So they're at $23.34. It's high. I mean, it's at 181 million.
Yeah,
market
exactly. Cap. So for that to get to $1 billion, that's only a 5x, right?
Yeah,
maybe 6x. That's not something that I'm interested in. I'm looking for
Yeah.
things where I
More fresh.
want to make the run up to 100 million. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want. But that's just my strategy. You guys should play things a lot safer than I do. I'm a degen to the point of degenning, but I'm also only doing it with 10% of my portfolio. You know what I mean? If you guys have like 10K, don't put not like 9,000 in the stuff that I'm putting into. You know what I mean? Maybe just do 1,000. So
yeah, 100%. I mean, but I'm also looking for more of like that fresh kind of slate, right? Like if something pops off and it's at 10 million, to me that's opportunity still, especially in rooms. Because a lot of people I've seen like some predictions, they say like the successful tokens on runes will be like 5 billion and higher, like the real successful ones, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of success, we got 706 people watching the live stream. Let's go. And
thank you guys so much.
Ends the ordinal hour, and we're gonna pop over to the after
hours. Yeah, we have John Collectors put a really good question there. Should we wait to the end? I want to answer that so bad.
Go ahead.
Because there's
get to it first.
All right, so the first question, the last question was John Collector. What was the craziest non-Web3 related thing you've seen? And you weren't there, but me, J25, Kramer, and one guy were walking, and there was just a guy. He was laid out in the trash, like he was sleeping in the trash, and like nobody was even like thinking it. Like it was just like I'm in Philly, and we see this crap all the time. But like this was like a Manhattan street, and he was just laid in trash, and like nobody was even checking if this guy was dead. Like it was just like I was like, how do you know if he's not dead? No, of course not. But that was like the craziest thing that I seen because he's laid out in the trash, and people just walking like I'm not like in Philly and stuff. You see that stuff, but there's like maybe 4 or 5 people walk past, some 10 people. There's like thousands of people walking past this guy laid out in the trash. Like if you want to get rid of like somebody, you could just throw him on a street in New York, and nobody will even ask him if he's alive for like a week. So so he starts thinking. But that was the wildest. That was the craziest non-Web3 related thing I did. You want to answer this question?
I don't know if I saw too many, crazy non-Web3 things there. Just that one guy that kept like saying that one of us was trying to like fight him, that homeless guy that walked by.
When we were doing the movie thing?
Yeah, I think he said like you were trying to fight him or something or whatever. But like he just kept looking back and like obviously he was not in the right state of mind or whatever. But nothing too crazy this time.
What about the guy in the hotel who asked us about Bitcoin?
That's Web3 though.
That's Web3. I forgot about that. Yeah. So,
but all right. First question here from Breck. Oh, second question. John Collector was first. That was a great one. But Breck Road has a question. I have 20,000 Merlin points. What will I get in it for MERL? So there is a website called bitmap.date. And if you go to it and you go to the let me actually share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about.
There's a tab called Seal. You'll click the Seal tab.
Yeah. So you can see here. And you want to put if you're in English, you want to put it to English, but it doesn't let me on this page. But the Seal tab is
it's right there.
Right here.
Yep.
Seal data. So you'll click that, and then you want to be on English. And then right here, this first link, it says, click here to predict your earnings. You can click that and then click English again. And then you can put your existing points and then how many points you get every day. So I don't know.
Probably gets like 4,000.
10%. Probably 10% of that. Maybe. I don't know. So you're going to have to, many points. You're going to have to figure out how many points you're averaging on every day.
The points is easy. So you'll just go to how much Bitcoin. Let's just say you have 0.2 in there. So you'll just so basically you'll just go 2,000. Like so if it's like 0.2642, just take the four numbers after the decimal point, and that's your daily amount of points that you're getting. So if you have like 0.2658 in there, you'll get 2,600 and something every day.
Yeah. So just figure out what you're getting on a daily basis, fill that out, and then we do it all the time to see what we're getting and stuff. So all right, good question. All right, Yo-Yo Street from X, the Twitter account here, says, do you see a massive dump after airdrop to Rune? So I think they're talking about like the R6, the Rune Stones, and all that stuff. Do you see them people just dumping all of those tokens?
Well, I think they go to zero, right? I think Leonidas did. We should have talked about this, but Leonidas just did. I just came to my brain. So you're gonna get 3 meme coins for holding Runestone. So he actually gave you 3 reasons to hold
not
it. So
dump. That was
yeah, to
smart.
not dump it. So that was really smart. So with R6, you don't know. I think they're gonna come up with something where if you burn the R6, you get certain amount of tokens airdrop to you as well. I don't know. I feel like they're going to do something with these tokens to get more allocation. So to say they go to zero, I don't know. If they don't, if the community doesn't, and you just get the airdrop, then they go to zero. But you're getting tokens to replace that, right? So it doesn't matter because you're going to get the same value in that as well. But that the actual one might go to zero. Yeah, might be untradeable.
Yeah. I didn't know what this person was asking at first because I thought it was, are people going to dump the actual airdropped tokens? Because I think that will happen. I think there's going to be a percentage of people that dump those airdropped tokens, just like, but it possibly could ride up like Voya did, like on Merlin.
Yeah.
Voya was airdropped to a ton of people, and it rode up though first, and then the dump came. So you're gonna have to try to figure out when that, because like the Runes Mania is gonna happen. Maybe people are gonna be like, I want to wait till this goes mega top and then try to dump. But there's both sides to that. Like, will the Ordinal dump? Probably, if they don't have any mechanism to continue to make people want to hold it,
For sure.
So
I agree. Yep. We got 731 people in here, guys. Thank you guys so much. Most of you guys are on Twitter, which is absolutely amazing.
So this is a personal portfolio question. Do we skip this? Okay.
No, I got this. Yes.
Okay. Hugh 112. Well, hold on. Hugh 1256 asks, Shizzy, did you sell your runestone?
Yes, I sold all my runestones. I got airdrop 7, and then I bought 5, and I G'd at them all at around 0.5. Some under 0.5, some over 0.5.
0.05.
An average 0.05. Yeah. So somewhere around between. I've been average about 0.05, but I'm completely fine with, because now I have free liquid that I am using for runes. So yeah, I mean they can go up higher. It doesn't bother me. I'm somebody who sells early, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and guys, remember, there's like, it's not just us in the Ordinals and Bitcoin ecosystem that are mega bullish on runes. You got the Solana ecosystem, you got Ethereum ecosystem. Like, when we're there at NYCNFT, people are asking from other ecosystems, what's the alpha on runes? How do we? They don't know anything like we do in terms of, you need a node to be able to mint the first one, and then obviously like you don't necessarily need one. You can use an etching service because they're going to use their node. But at the end of the day, like, we're the ones, and pat yourself on the back for being here. We're the ones that have the advantage on this, but liquidity is coming from everywhere. So just remember that.
Yeah, it's going to come in. It's going to rush into. You're going to see billions and billions of dollars rushing into runes. It's going to be,
or at least that's the rumor. That's what everybody's saying.
No, I truly believe that. But yeah,
I mean, I believe it too. But anything can happen, like an earthquake in NYC that we didn't feel at all.
Yeah, we were in Starbucks. Like, what are you guys talking about?
All right, this is a good question. Arwen Baxter, you met Nakib. Is he as fun as people say? I'll let you start that off.
All right, so let me tell you this Nakib story. We're sitting there, right? It might take a little while, but we're sitting there, and he comes up, and someone asked him if he felt the earthquake. He goes, I was on the toilet, right? And then it was a big one coming out. I grabbed the walls. The earthquake started, and I said, was that me? And then he starts flicking his hand like he's Spider-Man. The guy is freaking hilarious. And that was just one of the few times I can name where I was dying almost on the floor, holding my ribs. Nakib might be the funniest person I've ever met in my life. He is amazing. I can't wait to meet him again. He took a 23-hour flight to come to New York. He's a legend, man. He is probably the reason Yagobi is sick, but it was great to meet Nakib, and yes, he is fun as everyone says.
Yeah. He's a really good storyteller. I'll tell you that. And he doesn't care who's around. I mean, there was like, attractive girls and stuff around listening to the story. Well, he was like, I thought my dump was the earthquake, but that was funny.
Shout out Nakib.
Yes, sir. There's some alpha. Let's see. Okay. All right. I don't know. This is kind of broad.
What's up?
Any alpha from NYC? What's the
There
ones
was
that
a
would?
lot of stuff. We were told we can't say it, right? But if you are a member, we might slip some stuff out in member videos because they don't get to everyone. Only 200 people see them. So I don't want to say it here with like 736 people saying it, because we'll put some stuff in the members videos for our members. But there was a lot going on, but everyone just swears you to secrecy. It's so hard. And like,
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin relationships, but
Yeah.
our members
We
might
had to
get a
give
little
up. We
bit
had
of
to give
stuff.
up our seed phrases to get the alpha. So I
Yeah,
mean,
dude, it was insane. I was like, car, trophy.
all right. From Dong Woon Kim, and one of our members, he says rank
Yeah.
in bullishness: Arsic, Runestone, or Rune Pups, or something else.
Yeah. Well,
So
with something
right.
else, I mean, just
Well,
I
yeah,
guess.
we'll just
Well,
do those three, unless you
I
think of
something else.
something.
I'll throw in Tiny Vikings.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, that's a
yeah,
sleeper.
I'll definitely, for me, dude, I think Tiny Vikings might be my biggest, my
Really?
bullish one, dude. Yeah, dude, that community is strong, dude. Like physically strong. Nah, but no. Runestones, Tiny Vikings, Rune Pups, and R6. R6, the only reason I'm down on them because they've been mining the whole time. And if you're just buying them 8 days before, you only get eight days of mining, when some people were mining for the last 4 months, 3 months. So that's why R6 is fourth. Runestones is just insane. They're flying. So my two would probably be a tie between Tiny Vikings and Rune Pups because they're
Yeah.
just tough. But same
Yeah.
question to you.
Runestone first, probably Rune Pups, and then Tiny Vikings. But those are neck and neck, and then
Yeah.
R6 last.
So same. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cheedy says, "What's happening with Rothium decks? Are they still building? What's next with them?" So there's definitely some big news that we're gonna give on the members video. I mean, it's just kind of like a progress update, and
Yep.
we'll give that on the members video. But no, they're still building, guys. You got to remember, the focus is to be Rune's focus. Obviously, they're gonna be able to trade BRC20s as well on there. But there's a lot going in with the particle network integration and stuff like that. But believe me, like it's happening. Okay, it's gonna happen. So we'll give you an update in the members video, Cheedy. So stay tuned to that. Let's see. Back zone. How can the release of Merlin starter token affect MP, Hoo, and Boya?
So I don't think it affects them at all. I think it's just another token in the ecosystem. I'm a buyer. I've been dollar cost averaging in MP over the last I want to say I buy like a couple $100 the last every day. Just a little bit here and there, just trying to get a nice allocation to MP. Voya and Hoo are just meme coins. I sold all mine. I play the meme coin game in the beginning, and then when the circus is in town, you got to sell your peanuts. And that's how I treat meme coins. And the circus came in town for both of these coins 2 separate times, and then I sold my peanuts to the circus watchers, right? So, and then with MP is something I'm holding forever, not ever, but until the back end of the
Long-term
bull
play.
cycle. Yeah, for like a 400 day play for me, I would consider MP and the Merlin Star token as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and the release of Merlin Starter token, I wouldn't say really there wouldn't be a huge effect in those, because you have to understand a lot of these like larger projects, they have their pre-seed, their regular seed, their KOL, all these different rounds, and then public, right? So it's not like people are gonna sell the other tokens to get these unless it's the public idea, which we saw how that works. Really, a lot of people get refunds for that, right? So I don't see very much being affected there. All right, this is another good question by Dongwoon Kim. Pre-mine or stay liquid until release of runes? Which DEX centralized exchange do you recommend to mint buy runes early? So that second part of the question is a little bit more difficult to really answer straightforward, in my opinion. But I'm gonna try. The first one is easier for me to answer. You care if I go first? Yeah, so for me, it's not the pre-mine, it's the liquid, because I want to be able to have control over what I buy in terms of rooms, right? So if you're getting airdrop stuff, you can't really lose that, except for if you're not going to, like, for example, runestones. You can become pretty darn liquid in runestones, right? If you liquidate those, you have that BTC. You're not, just only going to focus on runestones with that. You can split that up. But if you keep them, then you're going to get your runestones airdrop. I think that there's going to be some airdrops, so people win big with these tokens. But for me, I want to have more the ability to kind of be like, okay, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit, everywhere that seems decently solid.
Yeah.
What about you?
Good answer. I want to say liquid because obviously what happens in airdrops is people get airdrops. Let's just say you hold a runestone and you get airdrop this dog with the hoodie token, right? Like the one Leonardo just keeps showing. A lot of it's going to get floored pretty quickly, and then it's going to be a race to the bottom. And I want to be, if I'm interested in that, I might be able to pick some up cheaper than a runestone, probably the same allocation if not more, on the secondary. So for me, 100%. Being more liquid than these pre-mines. But yeah, my strategy might not be the best, but that's just one that I'm rolling with. And to answer your second question, which DEX do you recommend? I don't recommend central exchanges. But for DEXs, if you're going to be minting, use our friend Francis at sathunter.com. They have a really amazing minter if you're not using your own etcher. But if you're not using your own node, so I'd highly recommend sathunter.com with them. And then if you're buying Magic Eden or OKX, if they have the zero fees, I'm probably going to be buying over there. And then Magic Eden, depending on but that's the thing too, is like I'm probably going to be using multiple so I can play the arbitrage game. And when I say arbitrage, I don't mean like buying here, selling here. I mean more of a sense of, okay, I want this token. Where is the cheapest place I can find it?
Yeah.
So.
And the UX is going to matter a lot. And Magic Eden's been coming out recently and saying people are going to get blown away by their UX, but we'll see. I didn't love their UX with BRC20. It's actually atrocious. So this is like their second chance of attempt at fungible tokens. So we'll see how they do. The first attempt was horrible to me. Unisat has been in the game doing this for a while, so they'll probably be, ready for it. Again, they tried something. They pivoted to ARC20s, and that wasn't great either. So it's like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to these new ones like Rune Pro, which is an ordering book that allows people to, list what they're looking for the price for the runes, as well as if you have your runes, you can list it on the exchange as well. So secondary, that etching, I would say Sats Hunter is one of the ones that we've been talking about because we're looking for platforms to etch, and they say they are already ready for that. So that's something that we know Francis and stuff. So we'll see kind of how that goes. And if that doesn't go smooth, then maybe we'll try another one. But the thing is that like it's all about like trying what the UX is best, and at the same time, arbitrage, it's gonna be tricky to try to get both of those. But if you can do it, you can do well with that.
100%. I agree.
All right. Okay. Let's see. All right. This one. So this is from Yo-Yo Street. What do you think about the spell book? Did you pick it up on secondary? So we're gonna have Merlin Starter on later today. We'll go over those. We're gonna ask some of these difficult questions to them. But any thoughts? We don't have to spend too much time on this. But any thoughts on this?
I'm bullish on this launch pad. I'm very bullish on Merlin Starter. I picked up 2 this weekend. I think I picked them both up for 0.015. I was not eligible for the claim or mint or whatever it was for their NFT. But yeah, I'm bullish on Merlin Starter because launch pads do the best, and if I'm holding this, I might be able to get because you saw kind of what happened with MP token where everyone was eligible to be able to and then I put in 0.1 and I barely got anything. I put in like $7,000 and
bro, you gotta well up more than that.
I thought 0.1 was going to be good enough to at least get like a few $1,000s worth, but they
China
refunded
number
me.
China number one.
They probably, you got to put in like 9 Bitcoin to get like $1,000 worth. So
it's true though. It's true.
But so I'm hoping. So my point is, hoping by holding this, there's only 5,000 people I have to compete against, and my 0.1 will actually get me the 0.1 of some of these things. So but buying these and put them in 2 separate wallets, so just in case there's a max, I'll be able to do it twice. So that's why.
Yeah. And guys, for the people that are frustrated with Merlin Starter, we get it. Yeah. We're going to have them on. We're going to talk to them. They are a big entity. And so it's not some sort of like, here today, gone tomorrow type play. At least that's my understanding. you know. So, but we'll dig into it. We'll ask the tough questions because that's what we do for you guys. And look out for that interview. We'll probably drop it on Wednesday, maybe, or somewhere around there.
Yeah, we'll
Maybe
see.
tomorrow.
We have Jeff on today. We have BTC Machine on today. We have Mozart on today. So it's gonna be like we have like 3. So we're gonna strategically put them out the best way to get the most views, because that's what we do here, right? We try to get views on our videos. So we're gonna strategically put them out, and you'll definitely have it by Wednesday or Thursday for sure. So
awesome. All right, Danny boy, we missed you, brother. All right, it says, do you have to have a node for runes? Go ahead, and do you want to explain what that miscommunication and stuff was about? Or
you do need a node for runes, but you don't need to own a node for runes. So you just have to use one of the services. So if you use like when you mint for Unisat, for instance, when you mint like Danny.sats, you use Unisat's node right on the back end. But on the front end, you're just doing it through the website. So it's same thing with runes. So when you mint your rune, you can do it through these services like Sat Hunter and like Unisat. But definitely use Sat Hunter because I like Francis. But and I'm just joking. But Sat Hunter has like probably cheaper fees on that stuff. So that's who I'm using if I do mint. So
yep. All right, John the Collector, are you guys bullish on Goosenol's post halving?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we were able to kick it with a hype, which was really cool out there. And he was promoting the Goosenols, giving out free hats. And we gave one to Alex from French Montana's team and stuff like that. I think Shizzy got one of them.
I have one.
But yeah, I think the energy is going to come back for Goosenols and Honk. But we'll have to see, you know, how the BRC 20 2.0 goes for Honk. But Goosenols, I do see a resurgence back. You know, definitely need to bring that energy back that was once before, though. You know, that crazy energy of don't get me started.
Got to bring Cowboy back. Cowboy got to be back in the Goosenol's, man.
We got to, dude. Shout out to Cowboy. Got to hang out with Cowboy and say what's up to him. Cool dude,
awesome guy.
Down to earth. But yeah, okay. And then it says Lucian Rivera. You guys see this BWH runes on Magic Eden going lava? Oh, must be a newer like miner.
Gotcha.
BWS. I don't know. I don't see no BWS on here.
BWH.
BWH. Okay. Yeah, looking pretty good. 4.2 supply, 0.0158. They're in the top 24 or top 12 for the one day.
It's Bear Whale Ruins. They're 4.2 total supply, 3.6 owners. So yeah, it's right there. It's probably airdropped. I'm curious who got this airdrop. Probably Runestone. Hold, I don't know. What was it?
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Pelpa 333, another member says, could we get a strategy on the BitDesk testnet at some point once it's open? Is it open?
Yeah. So right now, I forget who has access to it. I have access to it because I did something on their thing or whatever. But it's just testnet, normal testnet. You're able to use testnet Bitcoin to mint their stable coin and stuff like that. There's testing out for them. I did it a little bit. I didn't really have the time to. I will spend more time with it, Pelpa, and then I'll get back to you later this week on all that. I'll definitely look into that for you too as well.
All right. And the last question of the after hours from Dong Woon Kim, and it says, can you go over setting up our nodes in the next alpha video? So I think we're gonna have to bring someone on for that. Just because I mean we don't have a node set up. We have Bitcoin Core downloaded, but we don't have a full node set up.
I'm just gonna pay. I'm just gonna pay for it. Like
it's more of a convenience thing to kind of go through like a servicer that we know that has really low fees. But like if your strategy, and I don't know how Uncommon Goods is set up. I mean, if it's you could go through an etching service, then you can go through an etching service. But if it's mandatory to do it through a node, you could still probably service that out, right?
Well, it's mandatory to do it to a node, but it doesn't matter who does it for you.
Yeah, so I think maybe Casey was just putting that in there to kind of for the technical people just to know, like you have to do this kind of like how BRC 20s were, right? But everybody's telling everybody set up a node on Twitter. I'm seeing it everywhere. They're like, make sure you have your node set up. But maybe we'll get Eric on, talk to him about it because I think he has a node set up. or he's going through someone that has a node set up. But there's a lot of people that aren't minting that way. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're going to try to get the best approach. Like I said, the next month of covering runes is going to be hardcore focus from Ordinal Revolution. So we'll have that answer for you, Dongwoon Kim. Just make sure you're watching the members videos. But that is
Runes
it,
is
man.
coming. Runes is coming, boys. If you're ready or not, you got about 10 days to get ready. Get ready.
Yeah.
But if you stay ready, you got to get ready. All right.
Yeah.
So.
Real quick, shout out to the people in NYC that we connected with: Bunzy, Tommy Two Clubs, Cowboy, Hype, J25, Kramer's friend, or
Cameraman.
Yeah, slash Tendy, because Raktoshi thought he was Tendy the whole time. Nikib, and a bunch of other people that we met up with, Lazy Ninja, all those guys, man. It was a blast, and it's a blast coming back to you guys and doing this first show. 780. Let's go.
Let's go. 780 people on a Monday. We appreciate you guys so much. We'll be back here all week, guys, 11 a.m. Eastern time to about 12:30 Eastern time. We appreciate you guys so much. We got to cut this a little short because we have a call with Jeff really soon, and we got to prepare for that. So we like you. We love you guys, man. I like you guys. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to upload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to upload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.